Let's get back to this. This is giant news. It's the greatest PhD in human history. Son of Cassandra, Kevin Blanch. So let's get back to 2019. These are the worst projections in history. Now let's stay with me. So summer stillhead projections 126,000 came in at 7. The total stillhead number for the year is 77,000 for the year. So they projected 99,000. Now this is after they dropped it. These are the springs. They had it at 160,000. They dropped it after the fact. Came in at 73,000, right on my number to a T. 81,000 projected, 43. And these numbers are so horrific. You can figure they're never right on their projections. Look at their projections. These are the actual numbers that came in based on. Here's their 40,000 projection. Came in at 27,000. You can read. So the projections have been high the whole time. Now, there's some feel-good fairy tale bottom fishing's come back, ABC. I mean, what a sham. We've heard this whole lie and sham the whole time. These feel-good fairy tale stories that are manufactured and put out. So stay with me. This is the most famous PhD, and remember I did this all in critical condition full of cancer. So they came at 71,000, lowest in history, blah, in decades. Their projection, 81,700. 43% of the 10-year nightmare. So you can figure that it's going to be 50,000. Same here. Remember the sockeye? Remember, let's get down to this. Remember their coho projections? 611,000. Bill Monroe was saying 1 million. How come they don't put that what really came? Jack returned less than 50% of the 3-year average. That's all they say, less than 3% of 1/3 of the projection. So they don't even put the number, but they'll tell you less than 1/3 of the projection. You know what the number was? 72,000. Oh, I know for a fact. So let's start from the beginning. So Fukushima happens. The stillhead number was 500,000 that year. Oh, they all have to come through the Bonneville. The 400 dams, tributaries, they have to go to the Bonneville first. We count them all. We have sonar. Big fat. Average weight of 23.6 pounds on this Chinook. They're down to 12. Skinny, sucked up, spots in them, tumors in them. So Chinook salmon go for 5 years. Stillhead go for 1 to 2 years. They immediately started to collapse. 2011, the number started declining. They've gone from 500,000 to, well, let's get the number. It's right here. 75,000, which the total number for the year is 77,000 for the year. So they're advertising on record returns, a record escapement, blah, 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 which they had. 2015, they had 1,337,000. Average weight of 23.6 pounds. You can watch them. You used to, till they crash. And remember, the Allen Engineers classified me, Kevin Blanch, the greatest PhD in human history. 26, I'm like, wait till 2060, first batch back from Fukushima. I'm the guy that first identified the blob. That was my group. Nobody knew what the blob was, and we were talking, you could physically see it. I wasn't, of course, calling it a blob. You can see the black, and that was my work. Guam Crow Condition, walking the coast. I'm the first guy that dived fin. The tide pools were dying. I'm the first on all this, all of it. The greatest PhD in human history. So they projected 1.7 million returning in 2016. That's what their projections were, these guys. I projected 680,000. They came in at 683,000. What? Kevin got it right, but luck. Once is luck, twice is skill. So let's go to 2017. They projected 2.3 million. I projected 480,000. Came in at 488,000. Whoa, he's right on the money too. Once is luck, twice is skill. Third year. 2018. They project 2.7 million. I project 333,000. They come in at 338,000. 2019. I project 220,000. Then I lower my projection 180,000. They project 960,000. After the season got going, you can see they started lowering their own projections, 126,000 to 70,000. Remember, they lowered these projections after the fact, after the season. I'd put my projections out in December, like a good scientist would do. So they come in at 380,000 per year. But remember, wait, this is important. These numbers that I spoke of before, there was fishing and gill netting going on. They gill net below the Bonneville before they can get there. They emergency closed all fishing, emergency closed all gill netting on the Chinook. So I've talked to ODFW, I've talked to everybody. They all know me, by the way, and I caught Army Corps engineers relying on numbers this year. I caught them dead red. Caught them. They all know it. They used to laugh at me. Oh, they don't laugh at me. They classified me. I mean, think about it. Why in critical condition? I mean, this is probably the greatest PhD in human history, probably the greatest scientist in atom theory, germ theory, plutonium. It's going to create a gas, it's going to create plasma, it's going to push into the ocean. It's going to cause a heat source. It's going to break the photoplate, and it's going to break the kill and the chain. And the smoking gun, wait till 2016, will be the Chinook salmon. We'll be able to tell because we don't count dead tide pools. I'm the first guy that started telling you tide pools. Everybody laughed at me. I'm full of cancer, dying. Walk the whole coast. Walk the entire coast. Sleeping on a sleep bag with no money. Remember, I didn't get no federal grant. I didn't get anything. I did this in critical condition. Well, I'm full of AML, leukemia, dying of cancer, with crowdsourcing. Thank God for my small army, about 300 different people. 2019. So they say you can take out half. So you take out half. This is at 380. Now that would have put me right at 190, right on my number again. They were way off on their number again. 81,700 predicted, came at 43% of projections. They projected 99,000, came at 70. Now remember, they projected at 160. This was after the fact they lowered. This is how they go. So you can project. These are the lowest projections in history. Summer, 38,000 predicted. Let's see. Here's my. This is the one I love. 126.75 here, right here. Bill Monroe, don't worry about it. Still have collapse, blah, blah, blah. Mercy closed, but Coho, we'll have upper Illinois, 611 projection. Well below forecast. Do you know how to read? Do you know how to, do it? I remember I was doing a basketball game one time, and they couldn't throw in the Weaver State basketball team. That's my line I'm going to start using this year. These rims are harder than algebra. That means less than 1/3 of projections. They don't give you the number. I know the number. The number is 72,000. Bill Monroe is telling you millions. 72,000 of that. It's a catastrophe. It's a catastrophe. All projected by Cal. So, why the whales starving to death? 311. My post-Ignorance Army counted. Gray whales starved to death. So, my hypothesis, this is what great PhDs do, hypothesis, they're going to lie, they're going to lie, they're going to lie. These are major, it took me a year and a half to convince anybody to know. This is the hottest substance, and it's new. No one even knows what it is. I named it Fukushima. Mix it up with radio Roundup, everything else we've done, the cruise liner fuels. This is it. This is the crown jewel. It's going to cause a gas, a vapor, which I named Fukushima, the hottest substance on Earth. It's going to break the krill. It's going to break the krill. The sardines and anchovies are going to collapse. The Chinook salmon, the steelhead salmon are going to collapse. The whales are going to collapse. It's going to be an eco chain. It's going to be the greatest ecological catastrophe in human history, the Great Pacific Genocide. Kevin Blanche, son of Cassandra. Who's Cassandra? Goddess of integrity. My great-great-grandmother. Oh, that's just a myth. He says, you will sleep with me, the beautiful goddess. No, I'm the goddess of integrity. I'm not sleeping with you. Well, if you don't, I'll curse you with the sea in the future. What kind of curse is that? And no one will believe you. And the curse will stay on your heirs, your children's children's children for time and all eternity. Oh boy. It's going to cause a cancer epidemic. Oh, I got cancer, given 2 months to live in a bone marrow. Not to mention all the finance calls that I've done. Oh my God. Well, I've been dead on the fucking number every single year, dead on. They're finally lowering projections too. I mean, historic lows. You can sit and tell, oh, we got a great story unfolding on the rockfish, bottom fish. When this is the thread of this ABAC story that came out, and I'll post it. A rockfish comeback. 2 days ago, ODFW put out a calling for citizens, all hands on deck, please find the disappearing rockfish. Now they're saying rockfish have come back. Just like the well counters. I mean, it's all feel good for it. I know mine's hard to. We don't count dead tide pools. Oh, I do. We dead humans and bone. Oh, I do. I was almost one of them. We count every fucking salmon because they all have to come through that dam, and we count them all, and they all come home. This is the scientific smoking fucking gun, and I had it right. So you go from 1,337,000 to 120,000 in 5 years. You're talking about acute collapse. They're starved to death. Their average weight is less than 12 pounds. It's over. This is a catastrophe. Fucking mystified, puzzled, baffled, stumped, perplexed. Those scientists should be rounded up, have their PhDs stripped from them. They should be jailed, maybe worse. I have tribunal in Huntsville, Texas. They're branded justice. These are the greatest crimes in human history. Fukushima happened? No, the cover-up of Fukushima. Obama administration, Trump, would be the whole fucking thing. And these scientists and these marine biologist departments that are paid to do this, that went along with this, should be fucking locked up. Kevin Blanch, this is, look, mystified, baffled, stumped, perplexed, baffled, bewildered, alarmed. That don't fucking get it. That don't get it. My work gets it. First you hypothesize knowledge, which I just hypothesized, then you do the field work. I've done 8 years of field work, including a bone rotor, including fucking walking the entire coast of California multiple times. The greatest, my subset list on my playlist of tide pools is the most historic tide pool video playlist in history ever shot, bar none. At historic low tide pools in all of them, monitor every famous tide pool up and down the coast. I'm there on historic low tides, all of them, every season, all year round. The video, the greatest tide pool video proof ever shot in history by many times. The greatest scientist probably in history, the greatest PhD, Kevin Blanch. Wow, who'd have believed that? Ho 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 ho, it's on. These numbers are catastrophic, devastating. 99,000 came in at 7. That's the after the fact, Lord. They were 169,000 was that projection. It's a nightmare. It's a catastrophe. It's like the tide pools are coming. No, they're not. I call it genocide. They're not all dead. It's like when they genocide the natives or cut down the sequoias. I use the word genocide. And that's what it is. The Great Pacific got via Fukushima. Because if nuclear meltdowns, oh, they're hot. Hottest substance in fucking human history. Brought it into the fucking earth. It broke the krill and the plankton. It's an eco chain. Big fishing. Doc Rick at Blanche on Balco on chemo. Son of Cassandra. Wow, what a fucking story. What a journey. Almost cost me my life. Multiple times. Thank you everybody who supports this historic work. Our post-ignorance army. What a job we've done. What a job we've done.